Dear students, welcome to online English class. I am Mohammad Nur Alam, lecturer of English, Police Lines School and College, Rangpur. Dear students, today we are going to learn punctuations. Our first punctuation mark is apostrophe. Dear learners, normally we use apostrophes for three main reasons. Firstly, we use apostrophe for missing letters. Apostrophes show where we have left letters out of a contracted form, as for example, can't, cannot. The example is you can't disobey your social rules. It's, you can say it's raining means it is raining. It's gone means it has gone. I'd means I would or I had. I'd go means I would go. I'd gone means I had gone. Whose means who is or who has. Who's going means who is going, and who's gone means who has gone. Dear learners, rule number 2, possessives. We use apostrophes before or after the possessives as ending of nouns. The example is the girl's father. Say the girl's father is coming, Dihan's wife. Dihan's wife is talking to him. The next example is 3 miles oak. We had a 3 miles oak. But no apostrophe in some cases. Possessive determiners and pronouns do not have apostrophes. The example is, did the cat have its food yet? You see the word its, but we should never say its food. This is yours. Never say yours. In bracket, I have already shown you. Whose is that car? But we should not say whose means who is. We should say whose only. Let's go for another rules, special rules. Dear learners, words which do not usually have plurals sometimes have an apostrophe when a plural form is written. The example is, it's a nice idea, but there are a lot of ifs. This sentence means that the idea is very good, but there are many suspicions in this idea. He confuses writing this, and phase as he is still trying learning the small letters. This sentence means that the student is very confused about writing a small b, a small d, and a small p. B's means there are many b's. D's means there are many d's, and p's means there are many p's. Nelson Mandela was imprisoned in the 1960s or simply 1960s. 1960s means the time from 1960 to 1969. You can see 1960s or 1960s. We can use both apostrophe or not. I know 2 MPs personally. Look at the use of apostrophes in MPs. We can use MPs simply without apostrophe or with apostrophe. But no apostrophes in normal plurals. Dear students, apostrophes are used in the plurals of letters and often of numbers and abbreviations. Jeans, half price. Normally this sentence is a headline of a newspaper, but in bracket I have shown you that never say jeans means there should not be an apostrophe sign in the word jeans, because jeans is a normal word and it is always in plural forms. Dear students, now let's go for another example. Our next punctuation is colon sign. C-O-L-O-N, colon. But the right pronunciation is colon. Colons are used for giving explanations. If we want to give any explanations, we should use colon sign. The example I have shown you, we decided not to go on holiday, colon sign, we had too little time. This sentence means that we decided not to go on holiday. The explanation is that we had not much time. So in this case, to give explanation, we used a colon sign. Another example is, my mother may have to go into hospital. Colon sign, she's got nephrological problems. You see, nephrological problem means something like kidney problems. The meaning of this sentence is, my mother, there is a possibility that my mother has to admit herself into a hospital, and the explanation is she has got some kidney problems or kidney trouble. So that's why we used colon sign in this sentence. Dear students, we can use colon while we are going to list anything. A colon can introduce a list. The example is like this. Nouns are as follows, colon sign. Because I am going to give a list, the nouns are proper noun, common noun, collective noun, material noun, and abstract noun. We require means we need three kinds of supports: economic, moral, and political. Here I told we require or we need three kinds of supports. And the list of the supports are economic support. We should not say in bracket, I told you, not economical. Economical and economic are two different words. So we should say economic supports, moral supports, and political supports. Dear students, in going to give any kind of subdivision, suppose you made a division of anything and again you want to divide the division into another subdivisions. In this case, we should use a colon sign. A colon can introduce a subdivision of a subject. For instance, in a title or a heading, the example is punctuation, colon sign, colon. This example means that, there are several punctuation signs, but colon is one of the punctuation signs. So I gave the example, colon, punctuation, colon sign, colon. Dear students, Americans usually put a colon sign after the opening salutation, like Dear X or Dear Y in a business letter. The example is Dear Mr. Rafiq. You see, Dear Mr. Rafiq. This is a opening salutation of a business letter. So after Dear Mr. Rafiq, we should use a colon sign. I'm going to tell you XYZ. British users prefers a comma and no punctuation mark at all in this case. Once again, I repeat. In this case, British users chooses a comma or no punctuation mark at all in this case. Punctuation, colon sign. Dear students, in capital letters, we can use colon signs. In British English, it is unusual for a capital letter to follow a colon sign except at the beginning of a quotation. However, this can happen if a colon is followed by several complete sentences. I repeat, In British English, it is unusual for a capital letter to follow a colon sign except at the beginning of a quotation. However, this can happen if a colon is followed by several complete sentences. The example is, my main objections are as follows, colon sign. First of all, no proper plan has been drawn up. Secondly, there is no guarantee that the plan will come out successful. Punctuation, colon sign, direct space. Dear learners, a colon is used when direct space is used by a name or short phrase, as in the text of a play or a drama, or when famous sayings are quoted. I repeat, a colon is used when direct space is introduced by a name or short phrase, as in the text of a play or drama, or when famous sayings are quoted. You can see the example. Polonius is the, Hamlet is a great tragedy by William Shakespeare. Here Polonius is a character and Hamlet is the central character. Polonius, colon sign. What do you read, my lord? Hamlet, colon sign. Words, words, words. So Polonius is saying the direct speech and Hamlet is also saying the direct speech. So in giving any direct speech, we should use a colon sign. In the words of Einstein's law, colon sign, the mass of a body multiplied by the square of the speed of light equalizes EMC. Normally we know it as E is equal to mc square. You see, comma for a colon sign. In other cases, direct speech is generally introduced by a comma. Shreyoshi opened her eyes and said, comma, who's the unknown man you are whispering to? I repeat. Shreyoshi opened her eyes and said, comma. We used comma here instead of a colon sign. Who's the unknown man you are whispering to? Colon for a long passage of direct speech. But a long passage or direct speech may be introduced by a colon sign. Introducing himself as the chairman of a factory, he said, colon sign, our company has played a pivotal or important role in reducing the unemployment rate of our company. I repeat the example. Introducing himself as the chairman of a factory, comma, he said, colon sign, inverted comma begins, our company has played a pivotal or important role in reducing the unemployment rate of our company. I repeat the use, but a long passage of direct speech may be introduced by a colon. Dear students, thank you for being with me. And do you have any query? If you have any query, you should comment and you should give your comments and likes. So I hope